Welcome, Diecast fans. I'm Tom Spanners Watson.
And I'm Frank the Gear Gibbs.
And it's finally time to put some names on the list for Season 2.
Problem is, we've got 11 drivers for 10 spots. So first up, we have to have a race-off between Rusted and Twinkle Toes. The winner of this race is officially on the list, and the loser becomes a wannabe.
So we've got Marco Polo on the inside lane, Harry SP on the outside. Marco off to an early lead here. I was actually expecting these Camaros to be a lot closer.
Well, Harry is the new kid on the block, so maybe he's a bit nervous.
Whoa, apparently not quite so nervous that he's afraid to have a crack at the other drivers.
He definitely cracked him off.
He brutally pushes Marco Polo over, throwing Rusted out into the wannabes, and he is officially on the list.
I've got to say, I approve of rough driving like that, and you know what they say? If you can't stand the heat, you probably shouldn't eat curry.
What are you on about, Frank?
It's called a metaphor, Spanners. Just bringing a little class to the show.
Right. So, back to the racing. Twinkle Toes goes up against Stinger in the first official list race.
Iron Poet definitely had a sting in his tail last week, pulling off a number of last-minute wins. Can he do it this week?
Well, it doesn't look like he's going to hang around and pull a last-minute one. He's trying for an early win. I'm not sure what Twinkle Toes was doing there. Plowed into the side barrier. Here comes Twinkle Toes. Can he pull off another overtake? He's trying hard. Stinger blocking him out, spins them both around, and Iron Poet managing to stay ahead here, and he is going to chalk up the first win.
It's a tough break there for Twinkle Toes. I thought he was going to pull off another overtake, and he really tried hard coming down the straight into Big Kahuna Corner, but Iron Poet was having none of that, shunts Harry into the wall, and takes the win for himself.
So Stinger moves on to the next round, while Harry SP will race again, but for the 9th and 10th spot.
Now it's time for Chickadee versus Nitro Poutine, a very solid El Camino up against a very quick Mercury Cougar.
Beavermobile starting in the inside lane, Unicorn Claw on the outside. Who are you going to back in this one, Frank?
Well, you know I'm a big fan of Cougars, but I've got to back the El Camino for this one.
Well, Nitro Poutine definitely hard to pass because he's so wide. Oh, it looks like we've lost Unicorn Claw there. Spun out in Petrolhead Corner, and this is going to be an easy win for the Beavermobile.
A nice clean run there from the Beavermobile, and he posts his best time so far with a 14.683.
When you're as thirsty as your car, you need Petrolhead drinks. Available now from Buster's Donuts.
As we move into the next round, we've got the Beavermobile up against Stinger.
This should be quite a lot of fun. The Beavermobile is low and wide, and Stinger sits quite high, and Iron Poet not afraid to play a little bit dirty, but I'm not sure he's got what it takes to get past the Beaver.
Nitro Poutine taking the lead. Iron Poet right up on his bumper, pressing hard, and down goes the El Camino. Iron Poet, with so much pressure there, forced a mistake.
And Outlaw rules state that if you finish on your roof, you automatically lose, even if nobody crosses the finish line, but Iron Poet takes it on home anyway.
Some excellent pressure applied there by Iron Poet.
And he very nicely avoids the Beaver, even though it's flipped over on its back.
So Iron Poet driving Stinger moves on to the next round again, and Nitro Poutine will be back later on to race for 5 and 6.
Next up, it's the experienced Boxer driving Purple Haze going up against Strike driving Blue Thunder.
So we've got the Roadrunner on the inside lane, Mercury Cougar in the outside lane.
My money's got to be on Purple Haze this time. Not only is it significantly heavy, it's also a lot faster.
Well, Strike making a run around the outside, and down goes Strike. Purple Haze pushes him into the wall, and he flips right over.
Last race, it was the Beavermobile laid out on its back. Now it's the Cougar.
Strike's not going to be happy with that performance. He will get to race again, but Purple Haze doing the business.
Doing the dirty business by the look of it. Strike had the lead going into the corner, so he should have had right away, but Boxer just giving him a welcome to the big league, son.
And with that, Boxer moves through to the next round. Who's he going to be facing off against?
My money has to be on Eclipse here. Andy Moon laying down the fastest time so far in the season with a 13.4. I'm just not sure that Crazy Canuck is up to it.
Well, Moose Knuckle also has something that none of the other cars have, and that's a huge bumper bar.
Well, I guess let's see if he puts it to use.
He's lining Andy up, and he has a crack at least, but he gets it wrong. And Andy Moon initiating the drift from basically leaving the second dog league for some reason. That was way too early.
Amateur move.
He doesn't have to finish. He's already won as far as the Outlaw rules are concerned, but he takes it on home anyway.
Well, I wonder if Crazy Canuck was crazy enough to try it, and he certainly did. He almost got his timing right, but Andy's just there a little bit too quick, and he couldn't keep up with him. And I'm not sure what Andy was doing there. He was way too far away to initiate that drift, but he moves through to the next round, and he still holds on to the quickest lap time.
So now we've got Purple Haze up against Eclipse. This should be a fun one.
Well, as we've just seen, Boxer's not afraid to play a little bit dirty. He's on the inside line as well, so Andy better make sure he gets right on past him by the time they get into Bogan Alley.
Well, Andy's definitely feeding it some channel here as he's pulling away so early. Oh, down he goes! Andy,
no.
what are you doing? And all Boxer has to do now is stay on his wheels, and he is going to pick up the win, but he is also looking like he's actually tracking down for a pretty quick time there.
I mean, honestly, I probably shouldn't be surprised. It's just a Mustang doing Mustang things, but disappointing for Andy Moon. He's definitely got one of the quickest cars this season, but he's just having some trouble getting it all the way down the bottom.
But a nice run from Boxer, and he improves his best time to a 14.399.
Well, things are getting serious now as we race off for 9th and 10th position. Will it be Twinkle Toes or Unicorn in the gatekeeper role?
Well, Twinkle Toes and the Camaro in his early run managed to pull off some nice racing, and they're side by side into the first corner. Twinkle Toes pushes through, takes the lead. Can he hold on to it? He's looking good through Petrolhead corner, keeping it nice and clean through Big Kahuna corner, and he is going to take the win.
And on top of that, he's just posted his personal best time with a 14.559, and he officially moves into the number 9 spot, leaving Unicorn Claw with the gatekeeper role.
So, the battle for 7 and 8, Moose Knuckle versus Blue Thunder.
Both these drivers had some bad luck in their last race, so I hope they put their business socks on because it's time to do the business.
Strike with a good start here, jumps out to a pretty solid lead. Moose Knuckle chasing hard and tries again, gets some air, does a complete 360, keeps going. Now Strike slowing right down, allowing Moose Knuckle to catch up. What is he doing?
He's definitely playing a high-risk game here. I'm not sure what his plan is.
And Strike stalls out in Big Kahuna corner, gets a nudge from Moose Knuckle, desperately fighting off Moose Knuckle, and takes the win.
Can we just go back to Bogan Alley? What happened here? Look at that. I have never seen a car bounce off and get up and around like that. That was incredible.
That has to be that bumper bar on the front of Moose Knuckle.
It's almost like he was competing for a big air competition.
I think we need to name that move because I got a feeling he's going to do that again. So leave us a comment as to what you think it should be. But congratulations, Strike takes out the number 7 spot.
Now it's the battle for 5th and 6th. Will Andy get some redemption or will the Beavers shut him down?
I think if Andy can keep all 4 wheels on the ground this time, he's got a good chance of taking this out. He's definitely one of the quickest ones out there.
Well, the Beaver Mobile's no slouch. Look at that.
And I'm impressed. Nitro Poutine putting the moves on into Bogan Alley. Andy Moon losing it there through the second dog leg, and the Beaver Mobile easily running away with this one.
In a Ford versus Chevy race, mate, always bet on Chevy. And how about that? Nitro Poutine even improves his best time, now with a 14.658, and he's taking the number 5 spot.
As we move into the top 4, whoever takes out 3rd position is going to go on to challenge Landshark as well.
And of course, the winner of that race goes on to challenge Munchard for the top of the list.
And the question is Iron Poet going to be able to stand up to the pressure racing such a seasoned professional as Boxer?
Well, I've got to say, he looks to be doing pretty well so far, mate.
Well, here comes Boxer with the challenge right up on the tail. They both get into a spin. Looks like Boxer is stalled out. Stinger now making the run for the finish line in reverse, and he is going to take the number 3 spot.
I really thought Boxer had him here. Tried to get up the inside, but old Stinger whips his tail around, knocks him loose, so Boxer stays in the number 4 spot, and now Stinger in the number 3 spot goes up against Landshark in the current number 2 position.
Landshark was the first of the drivers this season to have a crack at Munchard, and he couldn't pull it off. Is he going to be able to hold off the challenger Stinger?
Well, Iron Poet hasn't lost a race yet. I don't think he's looking to lose one now.
Well, no one's looking to lose. Oh, but Stinger blocking the track there, and it looks like Landshark is stalled out. Now, both cars are on their wheels, so if Stinger doesn't finish, it does mean that they will get a restart, so Landshark has another chance.
Mate, I'm not sure if he's driving in reverse so he can keep an eye out for Landshark, or whether he's doing it to show off, but he does cross the finish line, and that means he's moved into the number 2 spot, even though he did block the track completely and shut out poor old Wally Champ there.
So Wally Champ, the first driver to slide down the list, taking the number 3 spot now as Stinger moves into number 2, and he gets to take on the reigning champ, Munted. I wonder if Iron Poet's going to try that same move again.
I guess he'll just have to burn that bridge when he gets to it.
What?
It's another metaphor, mate.
No, actually that's a metaphor.
What, you mean like the biscuit?
No, that's a mallow puff, you idiot.
Because I mean, if you've got a biscuit, I'll have one.
And this contact into Bogan Alley looked like Stinger was trying the same move. Munted moving again though, unlike Wally Champ, and Stinger has put the hammer down. He is feeding at the channel like nobody's business as he races down, posts his best time and tries to escape from Munted.
The only reason Munted lost this was because he got knocked sideways and he was not happy. And I'm pretty sure Iron Poet knew that because he floored it. He was going so fast, he was up on 2 wheels and he got a bit of a drift on going into Big Kahuna corner there, but he does take the number 1 spot, so congratulations, mate.
An absolutely flawless run from Iron Poet, the newcomer, to take the number 1 spot on the list.
So there you have it, the first first full list of the Outlaws for Season 2. How many will stay on, how many will make it to the top, and how many are going to get kicked off by the Wannabes?
Well, there's a whole lot of racing between now and the end of the season, and we've just had another couple of drivers just roll in.
I'm looking forward to their debut next week. RDO Flyer driving Captain America and Rusty Bird driving Moving Violation.
All right, well, we hope you've enjoyed tonight's racing. Thanks very much for watching. I'm Tom Spanners Watson. He's Frank the Guru Gibbs. We look forward to seeing you next time.
Hey Spanners, next week I think I might get my wieners out.
What, like you and me go head to head?
Yeah, man.
Mega Consumer Products. We own everything you need, so keep buying more. The Mega Robotics Enforcement Droids are the future of law enforcement in Echo City, patrolling the streets to keep you and your loved ones safe from those who would break the rules and cause you harm. Enjoy freedom and security like never before, keeping the streets and our police force safe from harm.
You can see what a huge success Mr. Ed will be for Echo City and many other dangerous cities around the world.
As it turned out, the Mega Robotics Enforcement Droids made the streets worse when they went completely rogue and used deadly force for minor violations. So far, the death toll stands at 376. Pedestrians were being cut down for simply jaywalking, littering, or making eye contact for more than 2 seconds, creating mass panic and an immediate evacuation of Echo City. So far, attempts by the military and Mega Consumer Products to control the droids have been unsuccessful. We now cross live to MCP quadrillionaire Rick Johansson, who's being questioned about the catastrophe.
Mr. Johansson, we've seen hundreds dead and millions in damages caused by your enforcement droids. So how will MCP clean this mess up, and will you be paying for all the damages?
You can't ask me that. I'm too rich.